Imagine being forced into a world where every single day could be your last. A world where dragons decide who is worthy, where survival is never guaranteed, and where one mistake can cost you everything. Now imagine entering that world when everyone already believes you're going to fail. Sounds impossible, right? But that's exactly why millions of readers around the world became obsessed with one story. Today we're diving into the fantasy phenomenon that took social media by storm and became one of the most talked about books of the decade. This is the story behind Fourth Wing. The reason so many people connected with this story goes far beyond dragons and fantasy battles. At its heart, it's about facing impossible odds. It's about being underestimated, doubted, and counted out before you've even had a chance to prove yourself. And that's something almost everyone can relate to. Think about the moments in your own life when people assumed you couldn't do something. Maybe it was a difficult exam, a challenging job, a business idea, or a personal goal. Maybe others looked at you and saw limitations instead of potential. That's the emotional foundation that makes stories like this so powerful. They remind us that greatness often begins where confidence ends. In fantasy literature, heroes are often portrayed as naturally gifted, physically powerful, or destined for greatness from the very beginning. But the stories that stay with us the longest are usually different. They're the stories where the hero struggles. They're the stories where victory isn't guaranteed. They're the stories where failure seems more likely than success. That's why readers became so invested. Every challenge feels real because the possibility of failure feels real. Every achievement feels earned. Every step forward feels meaningful because it comes after tremendous effort and sacrifice. Then there are the dragons. For centuries, dragons have represented power, mystery, and wonder in human storytelling. They appear in myths, legends, and fantasy worlds across cultures. Yet readers never seem to get tired of them. Why? Because dragons symbolize something larger than life. They represent freedom, danger, wisdom, destruction, and possibility all at the same time. When readers imagine soaring through the clouds on the back of a dragon, they're imagining ultimate freedom. They're imagining escaping limitations. They're imagining a world where ordinary rules no longer apply. But what makes a great dragon story isn't simply the dragons themselves. It's the relationship between humans and dragons. It's the trust that must be built. It's the respect that must be earned. It's the understanding that true power cannot be forced, it must be deserved. The popularity of fantasy stories often rises during times when people are looking for adventure beyond everyday life. Modern life can feel repetitive. Many people spend their days following routines, meeting deadlines, and dealing with responsibilities. Fantasy offers something different. It opens a door to worlds where anything is possible. That's exactly what happened here. Readers opened the book expecting a fantasy adventure. What they found was a world filled with danger, emotion, mystery, and unforgettable moments. They found characters they cared about. They found challenges that felt meaningful. They found a story that kept them turning pages long after they planned to stop reading. Another reason this story resonated so strongly is because it explores resilience. Resilience is one of the most admired human qualities. It's the ability to keep moving forward when circumstances become difficult. It's the refusal to quit even when success seems impossible. History is filled with examples of people who succeeded not because they were the strongest or most talented but because they refused to give up. Athletes overcome injuries. Entrepreneurs survive failures. Scientists spend years chasing breakthroughs. Artists continue creating despite rejection. In many ways, resilience is the ultimate superpower. Stories that celebrate resilience inspire readers because they reflect real life. They remind us that challenges are part of growth. They remind us that setbacks don't define us. They remind us that strength often appears only after we've been tested. As the story unfolds, readers witness difficult choices, unexpected obstacles, and moments of transformation. These moments create emotional investment. Readers aren't simply observing events, they're experiencing them alongside the characters. Every triumph feels personal. Every loss feels significant. The world building also plays a major role in the book's success. Great fantasy worlds feel alive. They have histories, traditions, rules, conflicts, and cultures that extend beyond the immediate story. Readers want to believe these worlds could exist somewhere beyond the page. Creating a believable fantasy world is incredibly difficult. Authors must balance imagination with consistency. They must introduce new concepts without overwhelming the audience. They must make the impossible feel believable. When done well, readers become completely immersed. Social media accelerated the book's popularity in a way rarely seen before. Readers shared reactions, recommendations, theories, and emotional responses. Excitement spread rapidly. One reader became 10. 10 became 100. 100 became thousands. Soon, discussions were everywhere. Fans debated characters, shared favorite moments, and analyzed every detail. The excitement grew into a global movement. The emotional connection between readers and stories is one of the most fascinating aspects of literature. A great story can make us laugh, cry, celebrate, and reflect. It can transport us into unfamiliar worlds while teaching us something about ourselves. That's why books continue to matter even in an age dominated by social media, streaming platforms, and endless digital entertainment. Stories remain powerful because they speak directly to human imagination. They allow us to experience lives, challenges, and adventures beyond our own. The best fantasy stories don't succeed because of magic systems or epic battles alone. They succeed because they understand human nature. They understand fear, hope, ambition, friendship, loyalty, and determination. These themes are universal. They connect people across cultures and generations. Readers don't remember every detail of a story. What they remember is how the story made them feel. They remember moments of courage. They remember unexpected victories. They remember emotional connections. They remember the feeling of being completely immersed in another world. And that's exactly why Fourth Wing became such a phenomenon. It delivered excitement, mystery, emotion, and adventure in a way that resonated with millions of people. It offered an escape while still reflecting real human struggles. It combined fantasy spectacle with emotional authenticity. In the end, the success of Fourth Wing isn't just about dragons or fantasy. It's about the universal desire to overcome obstacles. It's about proving people wrong. It's about discovering strength where others see weakness. It's about finding courage when fear seems overwhelming. Those themes have inspired audiences for centuries and will continue inspiring audiences for generations to come. That's why stories like this endure. That's why readers keep recommending them. That's why millions continue talking about them long after they've turned the final page. And now I want to ask you a question. If you were given the chance to ride a dragon but had to risk everything to earn that right, would you take it? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into viral books, fantasy worlds, and unforgettable stories, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an adventure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.